Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody all over the world. Good morning, Mr. Raza.
Good morning from me here
Yeah,
in Toronto, in cold Toronto.
yeah, thank you. Welcome to my business page. My name is Nhung from Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, and I'm here with Mr. Raza from Canada, a special guest from Canada in our communities. And Mr. Raza is a very successful entrepreneur in our community. And I'm so very, very excited and happy that you accept my invitation to my business page. And today we are gonna to talk about his online business. First of all, can you share with us about your background and when did you start your online business, Mr. Razas?
Sure. Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. It is, I'm looking forward to this conversation. So I have been, I have been in the business for about 2 years now. I think it started in September 2020, and
Yeah,
prior to that, I was working as a professional speaker. I yeah, and as soon as the pandemic hit, there was no travel and there was no events, so that career just came to a halt. So
yeah,
ultimately, had to started looking and just like many, just like you, just like many others, I came across
yeah.
an ad that showed me a possibility to learn to build an online business, and I'm like, I'm home right now, so yeah, why not try it? So I gave it a shot, and it's just been a great journey so far.
Okay, thank you. And the next question, what would you say about your favorite thing uh, in this business?
Um, I think, the idea of leveraging systems and automation and internet.
Yeah,
I think that's really my favorite part of it all, because see, like you and I, we're talking right now. It doesn't look like we're doing business, but in the background, the internet is running, the ads are running, and if anybody needs information on the products or services or offers or whatever it is, it's already running in the background. So I like that I got to learn in these past 2 years how to leverage the internet, and leverage these
yeah.
systems and automation in place to be able to build a business. So it gives me time freedom to kind of walk around and talk to you, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks to this business, we can meet here to talk about have an interview. Okay, it's very exciting. And in our online business community, and beside the goal of earning money, what else can each every business owner learn to have their life?
Um,
Can you understand my questions?
Maybe ask the question again, because I think you got cut off in between there.
Yeah. Beside talking about business, that means we learn to earn money. Beside we learn earn money, and what each every business owner learn about what else to
Hmm.
have their life.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, besides earning the money, I think it's a different mindset. Um, the world has changed around us. We don't live in the same world that we used to, 2 years ago or 4 years ago or 10 years ago. And we need to learn to do things differently. And the kind of things that
Yeah,
you and I are learning, these are not taught to us in school. This is not something that we were raised with and all of that stuff. So we have to learn to think outside the box. Of course, we need to earn money to live our lifestyle, but we need to start learning to think outside the box, leveraging the new technology and learning that. Believe me, the world will change again, in the next 2 years and in the next 5 years. How adaptable, can you be? And I think that's the skill that we need today, and we need to teach our kids as well. I mean, my daughter, who's 13 years old, I mean, I keep telling her, I'm like, you know what,
Yeah.
the biggest skill that we can all possess or develop is the skill of adaptability. Yeah.
And do you think there are any advantage and disadvantage doing online this business?
Um, yes. There, just like anything, it has its advantages and disadvantages. But I'll tell you something about the advantages. Number one is, as I mentioned earlier, that you get to leverage the internet, and that means that when you and I are talking, when I'm spending time with my daughter and my family, when I am doing the things that are
Yeah,
important to me, my business is running in the background because the internet doesn't sleep, right? So learning to do that,
yeah,
and this is the difference between, having a job that you have to go to, you have to spend time there, and without it you don't necessarily earn an income. With the internet you can have the automation working for you. So that's one of the biggest things. The disadvantages, I mean, of course, you are, you're doing the business out in the open. You're on the internet, and all of that stuff. So there are so many different, the benefits, the advantages outweigh the disadvantages. So to me, I highly recommend everybody to start looking at online, whether you're looking to do this business or not. I
yeah,
encourage everybody to think outside the box and to
yeah,
see how, because I have like 3 or 4 other businesses, and and this one is, there are 2 of them that leverage the internet heavily. They're online, right? So
yeah,
so 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 definitely this is the wave of the future.
yeah. And we should find another way to um, uh, to make plan B for our life. Okay, yeah. And talking about the
Hmm.
business cultures. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever experienced any culture shock in our global community?
No, I don't know if I've experienced culture shock,
Yeah,
but everybody is just absolutely amazing. I mean, I've gotten to meet people in Vietnam, in Singapore, in Australia, in Europe, all over North America. It's amazing to be surrounded by people who have a common goal, and that is, to make something happen for themselves and for their families.
yeah,
And I love that. There are all kinds of, I mean, people here from different professions: doctors, pharmacists, engineers, stay-at-home moms, stay-at-home dads, people who are, in a blue-collar job, like all kinds of people over here. Again, we're all leveraging the same thing, the same system, and it's absolutely, um, it's refreshing.
yeah. Thank you. And we learn the same training side, so
Hmm.
we have the same our mindset. Okay, and
Yeah.
uh, the first thing, what whenever you are from the background, but uh, you first to study on the training side at the beginning. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, and mm, to to get the knowledge from this online business, can you recommend us about what kind of book we can read to get the knowledge to do this
Uh,
business?
well, there are so many books. We provide all of the training. You don't need to read any books for the training per se. Training is given. But I think there are a lot of books that you can read that can benefit you. Number one is, I definitely recommend the 10x rule. Okay, it's a book by Grant Cardone.
Yeah,
So that is definitely, and it's more of a, it's more of a mindset game, and
yeah,
business or performance in anything, whether it's sports,
yeah,
it's business, or it's at home, it's a mental game first. And once you get this mental game right, then the business gets impacted. So that's why I highly recommend that. There's another book called This Is Marketing. It's by Seth Godin. That's a great book to understand how to market, why to market, and
yeah.
and really how the world of marketing has changed. It's a really great book. Highly recommend that one.
Thank you, Mr.
Yeah,
Raza. And
you're welcome.
what is the main activities in our business? The main activity of the business owner.
So I really classify that in three things. There are three things that are important for a digital entrepreneur or digital marketer, and especially in our business. Number one is you want to learn and do social media marketing. Okay, so that means leveraging, using Facebook and LinkedIn and Instagram and all of that stuff, learning to how to
Yeah,
use these social media platforms and using them for your business. So that's number one. Number two is learning and doing online advertising. So, why not use Google and YouTube and Facebook to get your message out to the people that you want to work with? That's two. And number three is develop yourself, your leadership skills. So all of these three things is like really the main job of you as an online business owner.
okay, thank you your answer. And the last question, before you start this business, and have you ever before that have you been skeptical about this business
Um, I
when
think
you saw the advertisements?
yeah,
Yeah,
there's always some level of skepticism. I believe that I think we all are skeptic at some point. But it wasn't, my skepticism was not big enough for me to take it, for preventing me from taking a chance. So yeah, of course I came across something. I'm like, yeah, I'm a little skeptical. I would like to, see these things, but nothing that stopped me from moving forward. I learned as I move forward. I think a lot of people get in trouble when they're way too
the,
skeptical.
the internet. Yeah,
Yeah, when they're way too skeptical, that's when the problem happens because then they don't take any action at all, right?
thank you. Yeah. Have you ever been to Vietnam?
No, I want to go. I have never been to Vietnam.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for my
Welcome.
chance to go, so let's see. We're looking forward to it. Maybe it'll happen soon.
Yeah. During doing this business, uh, what else have you been to go there?
Sorry, what else have I for this business? What's the
During
question?
this, yeah, yeah. Doing this business, doing this business, and uh, how many how many time or how many country have you visited?
Oh, wow. Okay, well, during the pandemic, uh, virtually, I have visited a lot of countries, online. So I've gotten to talk to a lot of
Uh,
people. But during the pandemic, I mean, I haven't had a chance to travel too much. So I've only been here in Canada and the United States. So those are the only two countries. But prior to that, I mean, I was traveling all over the place. I had an opportunity to pretty much every week be in a different country, be in a different hotel, different city. So it was a lot of fun before that. Looking forward to getting back to it.
yeah, thank you. And okay, thank you for your taking time to do this interview. And if our audience are interested in this online business and want to know how to start this business, please type up your name as my website www.nhunghappywisdom.com .com and uh, short a webinar 90 minutes. Okay. And Mr. Raza is one of our member in our training site. He is very excited and very kind and enthusiastic. Okay,
Absolutely. It's a lot
and
of fun. And,
thank
for those people who are looking at this, definitely check out the website. And here's the thing, you would be taking the same path that I took, that many other people take. And ultimately, go on a journey to learn something new and see what's possible for yourself.
yeah. Okay, and once again, thank you for your time to interview
Thank
with
you so
me.
much.
And your place is very peaceful there in the
Thank you.
morning.
Bye.
Yeah, thank you.